On March 11, 2015, Moon Studios released Ori and the Blind Forest on Xbox One and Steam, which received critical praise and a number of awards including Art, Music, and Xbox Game of the Year. Then at E3 2017, a sequel was announced, and then on August 7th of that year, it would reveal that another Metroid 2 remake developer, Milton Glosty, was hired as level designer for the game. Now that the game is out of the Blind Forest, let's see what new tricks Ori has learned as Guardian of the Forest. Welcome to the HUD everyone, I'm Zacharoni, and today I'll be a waiter who will be going through some of the features the game has to offer. So without further ado, please be seated, and here are the toppings on Ori and the Will of the Wisps. After saving the forest of Nibble in the last game, Ori now lives a peaceful life with her adopted mother Nero, their long-lived friend Gumo, and their adopted owl who they named Ku. And as the days go by, they live a happy life with each other, while trying to teach Ku how to fly just like the other owls, but after so many attempts, they succeed. But unfortunately, Ori and Ku's flight take a turn for the worse when they find themselves on the island of Nuwen, that had seemed to be covered in darkness for a long time. As Ori wakes up, she discovered lemur-like creatures known as Mokis, I believe that's how you pronounce that word. Man, this world has some strange names by the way, who believe that Ori could lift the darkness and save their islands by freeing the Wisps that had been scattered across the island and corrupted by evil. Now Ori is on a quest to save Nuwen from the darkness, uncover the secret of the island, and save Ku who has been separated from her, while discovering her destiny and reason as a guardian of light. Just like the last game, Ori and the Will of the Wisps is a 2D Metroidvania combined with Zelda-like dungeons and Super Meat Boy style platforming challenge. But unlike the last game, Will of the Wisps now use an autosave feature rather than you placing a soul link to use at a checkpoint, which is represented with this symbol on the bottom left corner. You done looking? Okay, let's transition to the next screen, shall we? When you start the game up, you can choose up to 3 save slots that come with 3 difficulty settings to pick from, and then you are presented with the game's setup to the story that shows you how to control Ori. After that, you are jumped into the game's setting, Nero, where you are shown your main objective highlighted with this symbol, and then later you are presented with 4 dungeons to complete in any order you want. Each dungeon has its own theme and mechanic, like staying in pitch black for too long will kill you instantly, or using bubbles as bounce pads as well as using them to supply air while underwater. However, unlike the last game where you are presented with escape sequences at the end of each dungeon now ends with a boss fight that have health bars above the screen, but they do mix in escape sequences during these fights. There are also side quests that you can earn extra rewards for, which involve finding key items or finding ore for Grom to use to rebuild a village that was destroyed during the destruction of the island. And as you keep exploring, the map starts to reveal itself, but you can expand the map in certain areas just by giving a set number of spirit light orbs to Lupo. Oh yeah, and if any long-time Blind Forest players are wondering, light orbs are now used as a currency than using them on a skill tree system. Plus, the game has a fast travel system that you can use anywhere in the map menu just by finding spirit wells in the environment. Wisps also has online leaderboards that you can pair your speed runs with other players, and you can race against ghost players in time trials in certain areas in the game. And if you can get to the finish line before time runs out, you earn light orbs as a reward. From the dark forest of Inkwater to creature design like this frog named Quolok, the game presents itself with smooth, colourful 3D graphics in a 2D perspective, which is powered by Unity that runs at 60 frames per second with a lack of loading times in-game. Garrett Coker returned to compose the orchestral soundtrack for Will of the Wisps that featured the vocal and the piano of the original track, as well as new tracks both calming and intense. All characters speak in a made-up accent that are translated with English subtitles that are performed by members of Moon Studios' music and sound department to lesser-known voice actors voicing multiple characters, both big and small. As for options, you can alter the volume for sound effects and music, adjust the controller's vibration strength, change the subtitles to 21 languages, while PC players can change the resolution from 640 to 3840, turn full screen on and off, activate motion blur and V-Sync, adjust the brightness and contrast of the game, and change the resolution scale from 100 to 0. Those who play the Blind Forest will recognize Ori's moveset, but those who don't or haven't played the Blind Forest at all, here's what you need to know. At the start of the game, Ori can jump and wall jump, but later she gets the ability to double jump, thrust in any direction when near an enemy or projectile with the dash ability, descend down slowly with a feather, and pull herself on hooks and anything blue with the new grapple ability. However, unlike the last game where you have your companion Sen attacking enemies, Ori can now attack enemies with a set of abilities that are tied to the 3 face buttons or the left mouse and keys that you can switch out and assign to in real time. You start with a set of blades to do combo attacks, but later you get new abilities that can be obtained through the story that are required to progress, like a bow and arrow, or you can purchase new abilities like a slow moving hammer from Orpha, if you have a set number of light orbs to spare of course. Although some abilities require energy orbs, which is displayed on the bottom middle in blue, that can be refilled with energy orbs and can increase the set by finding 2 energy cells that are hidden in the environment. Another new addition to the series are spirit shards that give Ori extra quirks like attracting orbs from half a screen away, boosting damage resistance, and stick to walls without sliding down that are found in the environment that you can customize in the spirit shard menu. You start up with 3 slots to fill in, but later you can increase the slots by finding combat shines that reward you with extra slots if you defeat all the enemies when activating it, and you can upgrade them from Twillen for a set number of light orbs to spare. For your enemy types, you got slugs that can create shockwaves, mosquitoes that can strike from above, and rhinoceros beetles that can only be attacked from behind. And one touch or strike from them can hurt Ori, with her health displayed in green on the bottom middle. But you can refill it by finding green orbs from flowers and enemies, and just like the energy cells, you can increase it by finding life cells that are also hidden in the environment. Ori and the Will of the Wisps will cost you £24.99 on Steam and Xbox One via Xbox Live that requires 20GB of storage that comes with 37 achievements. But for those who don't like to download, then you can get it at retail on Xbox One for £24.99, or you can get the collected edition for £39.99 that comes with an art book of the game, a soundtrack that features piano-themed music for the game, an iconic golden feather steel bookcase, and a code to download the game's soundtrack to your MP3 devices. Well, that's some of the features I can talk about right now, but if there are some that I have missed, let me know in the comments, and I hope this will give you an idea of what you'll be getting for your money. Check back with me later, and I'll tell you what I think of Ori and the Will of the Wisps and all the other games I've been playing in a completed menu. And if you like what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Plus, stay in touch with my Twitter page, link in the description down below. But until then, I'm Zacharoni. Enjoy your pizza, and I'll see you next time.